Welcome to day 11 of Vlogmas. It's Tuesday and it is feeling very early, even though it's actually sort of later than I'm usually sitting out here. My husband and I, as you probably saw in yesterday's video, we went to the Kenny G concert last night, which I'm not a huge jazz fan, and I was not a Kenny G fan. It was a good concert. He's very talented. His band is very talented. It was a lot of fun. The main point is, it was on a Monday night, and it started at 8 o'clock, and he plays long. He was about an hour and a half in, and I'm like, okay, it's probably coming to a close now. And he's like, okay, it's time for intermission. I'm like, oh my gosh, intermission? Really? Yeah, intermission. And then he came back and played for like another hour. It's like, oh my gosh. We didn't get in until slightly before midnight, so I wasn't in bed until midnight. I'm super tired. Bill did set the alarm for like an hour later, so I didn't have to crawl out of bed until almost 5 instead of 4, but still, that's not enough sleep. Gonna go with it. I've got coffee. That wasn't even optional this morning. Hey, Muffles there? Okay. So I just finished my English muffin. I added day 11 to my scarf, which hopefully I've put that little clip in here already as well. And now I'm sitting out in the porch room and I'm going to work on this hat. So this is the remaining gift project that I absolutely have to get done to put in the mail. And honestly, I don't know what it is about this project. I told you I was goofing up the stitch pattern and having to tink. I seem to have gotten a handle on that, but yesterday, I think I told you that I originally thought it said do 7 chart repeats. It's only a 4-row chart. And then I realized, nope, that's not what it said. It says do 7 inches. So again, I mustn't have read it correctly because I thought it meant 7 inches worth of the chart. So then I looked at it again this morning and it's like, do the chart until you've reached 7 inches from the cast on edge. So I was like, oh, okay, that makes a way more sense. You can really see the patterning much better in this light than you could see it during full-on daylight. I'm glad. I really like it. It's a pretty pattern and I think it looks really neat in the tweed. This is my my mountain tweed DK. So anyway, yeah, I'm actually almost to 7 inches. I'm like at 6.5. So I'm gonna go ahead and do one more chart repeat. Then I can switch to the chart for the crown decreases. So the hat, it is finished. Thank God. Oh my gosh. I love the hat. But I'm telling you what, down to the very end of it, I kept messing it up. And I mean the very end, weaving in my tails. Like I wove in the top tail fine. I went to weave in the cast on end tail, and I accidentally wove it in on the outside instead of the inside. Which is fine if he was going to wear it like turned up, but I don't know if he will or not. And it was funny because as I was weaving it in to begin with, I thought, ooh, I have to make sure I weave it in really good so you can't see it and cut it off super close so that way if he does turn it up, it won't be visible. Yeah, good job, Lisa, because I did. I wove it in so well that I had a heck of a time. Oh, cat hair. I had a heck of a time even finding it to pick it out so that I could weave it in on the inside. So it is now woven in on the inside. I don't know if I can even I'm sure I can find it if I try. I'm not going to try because I don't want to. It's done. I really am very happy with it. I think it's a pretty design. Here, I'll try it on for you. Yeah, there. I mean, I really think it's nice. I don't know how well you can see the motif. I'm just kind of holding it there. And it's meant to be slouchy. And again, I can't see what you can see at the moment, the way I'm holding this, but it's meant to be a little slouchy, and it is. And what I like, oh, yeah, that looks great. Hang on. So what I really liked about this pattern was that it's a cable. It looks like a cable, but it's just made with 2 rows of twisted stitches. So it's a nice flat cable. It's not like a bulky cable that really pulls the fabric in. And then the seed stitch. So it's a really nice flat motif that maintains drape as opposed to a bulkier cable that would not be super drapey. So anyway, I'm happy with it. I like how it turned out. I love the color. I liked knitting with my Mountain Tweed DK. So I'm back in the yarn room. This should be a pretty familiar sight to you at this point. I am going to do some work up here. I've got a bunch of orders that I need to package up and ship out today. So I'm going to do that first. I have some dyeing I'm going to do later on. So work up here, then I'm going to head downstairs to the studio and start doing the dyeing. Yeah, this week is sort of my last big push week of getting work done prior to the holidays, prior to Christmas, because next week I really want to be able to focus on getting ready for my mom and her husband coming up. They arrive next Friday. I'm taking tomorrow off work. I know I just said this was my big push week. It will be in other ways, but tomorrow I'm taking off because I have to go back to the other end of the world where I used to live and meet the two people who helped me do some yarny stuff. It's one of our yarn swap days, so I will be doing that, but I usually plan a whole bunch of other errands in that area of the world on those days, so I can just get everything done in one day. So I'm basically going to take tomorrow off of work. I'm also getting a haircut tomorrow. I can't wait. I haven't had a haircut in like 5 months, and it just needs trimmed, but like my bangs are driving me crazy, which is why I have them pulled back right now, and this looks really, really attractive. I can see that. Anyway, I'm going to get to work now, and I'll check in with you probably when I stop for lunch or tea, whichever comes first. So I have finished all of the dyeing that I had planned to do today, that I'd set out to do, so that feels good. Now I'm trying to decide if I want to try to get a little more dyeing done, because I do have more things I could dye. They don't have to get done today. I'm actually contemplating dyeing something that I had an idea for in the past couple of days, that I could use as one of my 12 yays of Christmas. Now the only problem with that is I already know what I had planned to do for all 12 days of that, or all 12 yays of that. So that would mean bumping something if I did this, but I would really, really like to do this because I think it's a super cool idea. Conundrums. I have to keep thinking about it. I'm going to dye a couple of other things that aren't related to that, I think. I have some extra yarn soaking, so I'm going to work on that. Think about that idea. And I think I'm actually going to run upstairs right now and make myself my tea, so I'll meet you up there. I was just going to run upstairs, make my tea, and come right back down. But Muffin saw me getting ready to leave, and she decided that she wanted to come up too. So that meant I had to come outside, and I'm watching the ground here because there's a lot of ice. It melted over there, like it's really melted. But this part of the upper driveway doesn't get the sun, and so I don't want to fall and hurt myself. Anyway, so I didn't have a jacket downstairs, so I'm outside. Even though it's sunny, it's beautiful today, actually. But it's cold and it's very, very breezy. This dog. Okay, so I just realized that I'm totally off on this because I opened number 11 yesterday, but today is the 11th. You guys were probably yelling at me, weren't you? Or else you were just as confused about the days as I am, since there's all these Vlogmas videos out. I don't know how I got off. I didn't open number 9. That's the one that I'm missing, because number 10 is open. See, that was the one that I forgot to open. I forgot to open on Sunday, because I just never stopped to have tea, and I think I got confused on Monday, thinking that was the one I should have opened, but it wasn't. Okay, so we're going to go backtrack here. I don't think this is caffeine free, which is awesome because I would like some caffeinated tea right now. Number 9 is Saigon Chai. Okay. I'm game. What's that? Black tea, awesome, caffeine. Ginger, cinnamon, cloves, pink peppercorns, cardamom with organic vanilla cream and natural ginger and cinnamon flavoring. Sorry, I stopped and had a thought there in the middle of reading that. That's good. I love chai. I may actually mix this like with some cream, or half and half. I have half and half. I may do that, or milk. I have some milk too. I don't know. But I might actually make like a chai kind of thing out of that. That sounds really yummy to me right now. I have no idea if I'm actually doing this correctly because this isn't how I usually make chai. I usually buy like those paper cartons of like Tazo chai, and so then I mix that like half and half with milk. I've never made chai tea from a tea bag before. So I'm steeping this in like half a cup of water, and then I think I'm going to heat some milk and I can pour it in. Does that sound right? If you guys know how to make chai with a tea bag, how about commenting on the video and letting me know so that I know for future purposes. Tips. Do you know how to make chai? Do you know how to make chai? No. No, but I know how to make trouble. I'm a troublemaker, but I'm a cute little troublemaker. Yes, I am. Oh, I'm so cute. Oh, that sun's bright, isn't it? Yep. Well, it's tasty, but it's very mild. I'm not sure if I maybe didn't steep the tea bag long enough. I steeped it longer than it said to, just because I got sidetracked because all the cats were suddenly here and they're like, hey, give us our dinner now since you're here. And I'm like, okay, so I fed all the cats. So it's steeped for definitely longer than it said to, but maybe the water wasn't hot enough. I'm not sure. Then I did heat up half and half and mixed it in with it. And I did the half and half instead of the milk just because the half and half is on the verge of expiring. It's been in the fridge for a long time. We don't use it for coffee. Bill buys it to give to one of the cats who really likes it. But then he buys it, you know, like the little carton, and then he forgets. Like he'll give it to him for a couple of days, then he kind of forgets it's in there and doesn't give it to the cat, and then it just sits in there, and I end up using it to like make macaroni and cheese or something eventually. So it's in my chai now. Yeah, it's smooth, I guess I would say it, and I can taste a hint of spice, but nothing like the Tazo chai that I'm used to, so it's okay. It's very creamy, if nothing else. So sometimes when I'm dyeing, I take skein of yarn out of the water, and, you know, squeeze it out, thinking I'm ready to put it in the dye, and then realize, oh, no, I'm not ready yet. I have to do something else first, but I don't want to just sit the yarn back in the water because then it'll get wet again. So I throw it over my shoulder. But then the problem is once I'm ready to use it, my shoulder kind of has that feeling of having just held like a little baby who's drooling a lot, and then you sit it down and then you feel like your shoulder's all drooled on. My yarn drools on me when I do that. It's like having a baby. Fun fact, this is a cottage cheese container. I have a couple dozen of these because this is what I have always used to dilute my dyes with, or in. I may have already put it in here, and if I haven't, I'll put it in after, but there's a little clip of the contents of that cabinet back there. That has all of the jars of my dye stock in it. So those are the concentrated, they're mixed from the powder form into a liquid, but they're concentrated. It's sort of crazy because this is obviously not like a really scientific measuring unit, but I have calculated my dye formulas for all of my colorways the entire almost 8 years I've been doing this using these 24-ounce Daisy cottage cheese containers. And it has to be these because other ones aren't quite the same shape. I love these, and every once in a while, obviously they don't last forever, but you know, they're inexpensive because I eat cottage cheese anyway. I just throw them out and then I have to buy more cottage cheese and go on a cottage cheese binge for a while. They work great. And, you know, you do what works. It just makes me laugh because, you know, if I would ever decide to like sell my dye company someday,
I'd have to tell somebody, okay, first off, do you like cottage cheese? Because you may need some. Or you may need to like actually convert everything from cottage cheese container, large cottage cheese container to, cups or liters. Okie dokie. Well, it is almost 9 o'clock. I was really hoping to be in bed long before now, or at least by 8. But I just finished rinsing yarn and hanging it up, and finished my computer work right before that, right after I ate dinner, so at least I got everything done. And I am tired, so I'm going to head into bed, but I at least wanted to say goodnight, so I will see you again tomorrow for day 13. I think it's day 13 tomorrow. I'm losing track, but today's the 12th, I'm pretty sure. So anyway, hope you had a good day, and we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye. No, that was completely wrong. Tomorrow is day 12. Today is day 11. I just looked at the calendar as soon as I turned the video off. I think I'm confused because I just set up the 6th EA of Christmas, which is fiber, by the way. If you'd like spinning fiber, that's what's going to be on sale tomorrow and Thursday, 20% off. Yeah, I just finished doing that a little bit ago, so I had the 12th on my mind, but that's not till tomorrow. I don't know what day it is at all this month. I'm just so confused. Anyway, good night.